Residents in the Haitian capital Port-au-Prince expressed hope after a first contingent of Kenyan police officers arrived in the Caribbean country, as part of a long-delayed mission to help police fight armed gangs. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Waving Kenyan flags and sporting camouflage uniforms and rifles, several hundred Kenyan police officers stepped onto the tarmac at the Toussaint Louverture International Airport on Tuesday near the capital of Port-au-Prince. A few hundred Kenyan police officers landed in Haiti this week to lead a United Nations-ratified mission set to number over 2,500, though it remains unclear when the remaining forces could arrive. Already reports indicate that the Kenyans had fired the first shots fleeing residential areas that had been held hostage for months by the gangs, and more is to come from the Kenyans. Port-au-Prince resident Jean-Louis Pierre told Reuters he was hopeful the Kenyan deployment could help, but only if they stay long enough to ensure that security is sustainable. Kenyan police are disciplined and are ready to tackle the problem on hand, only that naysayers want the mission to fail in order to embarrass the president. Now that the forces have arrived, the country can improve, but they need to stay. A few months or a year is not enough because the country will fall into the same problem, Pierre said. The mission's initial 12-month mandate is set to expire in October. Previous missions in Haiti have left behind slain civilians, a deadly cholera outbreak and a sexual abuse scandal, for which reparations were never made. The force was requested by Haiti's previous government in 2022, but gangs have since united under a common alliance and taken over swathes of the capital, bringing indiscriminate killings, ransom kidnappings, mass sexual violence and paralyzing the movement of people and goods. Though some activities have gradually restarted over the last month, the UN estimates 5 million people are struggling to put food on the table and over 500,000 are internally displaced. New Prime Minister Gary Connolly told reporters on Wednesday he would retake the country house by house. But even as Kenyan police arrived, an unverified video shared on social media appeared to show gang leader Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier, who has acted as a spokesman for the gang alliance, rallying his men. "Here's Kenya, shoot!" Cherizier chanted. "We don't care whether you are white or black," he said. "If you are not Haitian and you are on the ground, we consider that you are an invader." In the video, Cherizier led a couple dozen rifle-hoisting followers whose faces were obscured by hoods or balaclavas. Connolly has urged the armed groups to lay down their weapons, and aid groups have expressed concern for civilians who could get caught in the crossfire. The UN estimates up to half of gang recruits are children. Most young men are armed right now. They eat and drink because of those weapons, student Vinart Simeone told Reuters. All in all, Kenyans managed to combat the ruthless terrorists of Al-Shabaab who had terrorists in Somalia. What about the untrained gangs? Kindly subscribe to our channel.